I the a-hole for being upset at my wife for faking a pregnancy? I 34 male love my wife 28 female very much. She has always been a loving, kind, and supportive woman. We have been married 6 years, together 8. We have always wanted kids, but she wanted to wait until she was more comfortable in her career, and that we could definitely afford for her to be SAH for the first year or so of baby's life. This has always been fine by me. We have saved like crazy. I've been able to earn several promotions in my field of work in the last 3 years, and would have no problem supporting her and a baby on my pay alone, especially knowing we both have savings to fall back on. So in the last year, we have been trying. When I say trying, I mean tracking her cycle, going to doctors for advice, and having sex so much it feels like a chore at times. Don't get me wrong, I have been so excited to create a new life with my wife. Anyway, we haven't had much luck. We saw a specialist and we have just been unlucky. They basically said keep trying, and if you're still having trouble after a while, give us a call. Anyway, 2 months ago my wife calls me on my drive home from work. She gets home an hour or so earlier than I do, telling me she has something for me. I was hoping it was a positive test. I was so eager. When I get to our home, there she is, small bag in hand. Inside, a positive test. I was ecstatic. Asked her if she's for real. Kissed her all over. Talked to her belly. Hugged her. Everything an excited soon-to-be dad would do to celebrate. She didn't seem as excited as me, but I figured she had already got her nerves out before I got there. Things continued. My wife wasn't drinking, smoking, eating sushi average pregnancy stuff. I was happy to embrace this with her. Anything she can't do, I also don't do unless I'm without her. She says it makes her feel so much more supported than she expected, and that she's glad I'm making a conscious effort. Here's where things have been odd. She has not been telling me about doctor's appointments, and will only tell me after the fact. She said it's just easier for her to go alone, but she won't bring ultrasound pictures or anything with her. My wife keeping me out of this felt weird. That's my baby too, after all. She also started getting sneaky over her phone. She won't leave it alone in the room with me, gets jumpy when I ask to use it for anything, something as simple as playing her a song, and she has not had any sort of uncomfortable symptoms. I figured then that some women don't get morning sickness, but I decided to add it now, knowing what was really going on. My wife has been being so secretive. It was starting to break me. I finally decided to look through her laptop before I left for work about 3 days ago. Her messages with her sister were intense, talking about how she expected me to act the complete opposite, how she feels like an idiot for lying, what is she supposed to do, it's the internet's fault, blah blah blah. I was shattered. I called my job and let them know I would be available but not in the office. I plotted. When she got home, I asked if there was anything she needed to tell me. She said no. I just started crying, and then she admitted it. She has been faking being pregnant because she was convinced I would turn into a complete a-hole once she got pregnant because TikTok convinced her that she feels like the worst person ever. How she hopes I can forgive her. I told her to get out and she's been staying at her sister's. I really don't know what to do. This feels so out of nowhere. Am I the a-hole?